So yeah, just to give you guys an update before we step outside, it's the cabinet that I've been working on. I gotta get a couple like small go to the dollar store, get a couple of those like little plastic organizers, or even those metal ones that are like coated with like a plastic coating. Just to keep things in, keep things organized. And then I can get one that hangs off the bottom, and like a little shelf for spices and stuff. And then I gotta get a couple for like silverware, so my barbecue tongs ain't hanging out right there, and then I got silverware and stuff up there, extra tin foil, miscellaneous stuff. I got 2 miscellaneous boxes, a little saving all my plastic canisters. This is miscellaneous items. I got, nails and a screw bit in there, a couple wheat pennies. I'll save my peanut butter jar. I'll clean that out. I can use that. Probably put, silverware in that or something for now. Coffee jar, saving that. That's glass. I can use it for change. I've been using when you make jellies and jams, they're freezable like mason jars. I had a shit ton of them not too long ago. They came from Home Goods stores. They were thrown away, like bags and bags and bags of them. And I said, well, fuck you. I said, I'll take them, wash them out. They had them down in like their storage room, and boxes got damp, and nothing was wrong with them. I just washed them, cleaned them up, soaked them in hot boiling water. And a few of my friends were like, hey, I could use them for start germinating plants, and I don't give a shit. So I gave up pretty much, like, I think it was like 80 to 100 of them away, and I kept one, and I've been using it for change. It's a great little jar. I wish I can get a lot more of them, because I could use a few, because next year I am going to start canning, hopefully, and I'm going to start my own vegetable garden. The plywood in there, and this board right here, I'm going to actually have to bring it down a little bit and then re-screw it back in. It's going to be kind of hard to do, but I can do it, and that way I can just slide my bit in there. Propane tanks for the heater, cardboard boxes, trash, extra plastic bags. If you don't know what that jug's for by now, let me let you all know. That's a pee jug. Hey, yes, pee jug. Middle of the night, you don't want to go outside. It's pouring rain or whatever. You have a jug to piss in. I do have to dump it. That's on my to-do list. So, it is what it is. That's just an empty jug that had purified water in it. I usually use that for putting actual water from the well in, but now I have that. But I'll probably I like to have at least 2 or 3 gallons of actual spring water, like purified water. I do need to get a Brita, one of those Brita pitchers with the filters in them, so that I can just because sometimes when I get the water from the well, it has like a zinc or a copper smell and taste to it, and it's really, really strong, and you gotta let it run for a good 3 to 5 minutes to flush that out before you can actually drink the water. But so far I've been doing good. I haven't gotten sick from it, so knock on wood. But that's what it is. And of course, I got fuel cans to run. This is my stove. I had this on the Appalachian Trail. This can actually bought that fuel at Outdoor 76 in Franklin, North Carolina. And it was $6.75 for that can. I can get these cans at Walmart for $7 something. So for $1 more than that, you get twice as much fuel. I got, actually, that one is almost empty, and then I have another full can right there. That little orange tab on that came off of that can, so I put it on the full one. So, and then an X on this just to verify that I have which one's about empty, which one's brand new. Just a simple Walmart cup that I can use on the grill. A Toaks titanium cook pot that actually, when I ordered it, I thought it was going to be bigger, and it's no bigger than a $5 fucking Walmart cup. So, it is what that is. I've been using my Toaks titanium, which isn't titanium, it's aluminum with like a titanium coating. This pot served me well on the Appalachian Trail. I was told to ditch this and make a lid for that. They actually sell this pot with a flat lid and this stand. Without this, this is one of those little burners that you put, you know, denatured alcohol or whatever in. But it's just for the cubes. So I'm thinking of ordering the one with the lid and then just have this extra pot. And I got, you know, a little saucepan here. It's just so I have another pot, because when you're living in a camper and you got a couple of things you want to cook, it kind of sucks that you have to, you know, wait until one thing's done to, you know, and then clean the pot and do what you gotta do. Now on Amazon, I was looking at those drop-in burner stoves. You have the one large burner and a smaller burner that runs on propane. You basically cut the hole in your countertop, and they drop in, you run your line, blah, blah, blah. $100. $100 for a damn stove. Really? The drop-in 2-burner propane stoves for campers and RVs and boats are cheaper than a new vent. Really? Really? So, I'm getting one to go in. I'm actually going to get a nice thick piece of pine, same thickness as this plywood here. I'm going to sand it real smooth. I'm going to take a torch to it, and I'm going to do my burning to bring out the grain, scuff it down, lightly sand it, oil it with 3-in-1 mechanics oil, and let it dry for about a week or two. And then I'm going to scuff it with Quad Zero steel wool, wipe it down real good, polyurethane the whole fucking thing, and that's going to be my countertop. And then before I go into doing all that beautiful work, I gotta cut the hole for the sink. And then these sinks have threaded studs here, so you can put a nut on them to tighten it down. So I gotta measure, mark them, drill the holes on the wood. I'll probably make a tent plate first out of a piece of cardboard. That would be the best thing to do. Set it on the pine, and then cut it, drill all my holes, test fit it, and then bead clear silicone right around it, press it down nice and tight, and then put washers and nuts on there underneath the board, tighten it up, and then hook in my plumbing to my drain that I actually have. If you guys saw from my last video, there it is. And then, yeah, panel, run the 12-volt braided wire. I have to get that. And then run my lights, my AC/DC breaker panel. Hook up the light here. I got switches coming for the 12 volts, so I'll have 2 switches for the 2 lights back here, 2 switches for the 2 up front. That's going to go right here with a dimmer switch for this light, because it's a 7.5 LED dimmable light. The one I was going to get was a 5-inch dimmable LED light. It was $30. The 7.5 one that I found is $20. So I said, screw it. So I gotta get a box to put in here for mounting that light to. If I have to, I can move these in. They only got a screw each, so I can easily fix that. And yeah, so I gotta get more of these Reflectix window shades at Dollar General. They're $3 a pop, and cut them and then bead around them with either some electrical tape or T-Rex tape to hold them together, and cut them to fit for the windows. And then I saw a video on YouTube that this girl did, and she did her own art on them with Sharpies and magic markers. So I can do my own art design on them, and they're, you know, window shades. You put them in at night, they keep the cold out, they keep the heat in. And then during the day, when the sun comes out in the morning, you go around and you pop them out. They just lift right out. And that way you have your light and you can see, and the sun will help heat up your camper during the day, so you ain't running a heater during the day to stay warm. Unless, of course, it's 20 degrees or 15 or 20, 30 degrees below zero in the middle of Vermont winter. And then you might want to run a heater all day and night long. One thing I didn't notice is I got a little cobweb started over there in that back window. So I'm going to have to clean that out and make sure I ain't got no damn spider up in here. Last thing I want is a spider crawling or falling on my face while I'm trying to sleep. Anywho, this video is way long and I got to edit and all that good stuff. So, yeah. So, oh, one more thing. I don't know if you guys seen it in the video. I'll spin you around and show you real quick. I picked this up at Walmart. It's Bushnell. It was 40 bucks. Does not take batteries. Has an internal battery. It charges by USB. You can plug it into any USB device. It takes a few hours to fully charge. Unfortunately, you can possibly get away with a few days running it. Not constant. Like at nights, I run it for probably about an hour or two on high. It is dimmable. There is a USB port here, an output you could charge. I left a sticker on to do this. Let's try to focus here. USB output charges small devices. It says you get 5 charges on a smartphone, and tablets you could get 2. Built-in USB cord, red LEDs on the side, and that would be right meow. So you got 2 switches. Okay. See batteries in the red. You got solid red LEDs for your night vision, which is awesome. And distress. So if there was a medical emergency, you were at a campground, and people knew if they saw a flashing red light, or even if you throw this into your vehicle, it will do the job. Now this is going to be super bright. It said it's 1,000 lumens. That's high. And oh, double-sided. Then if you click it again, that side goes out, this side stays on. That's for 500 lumens. And you could do it either both ways or a single-sided. Dimmable, that's a low, off, and then you hit it again, it comes back on high. You can dim it down low, anywhere you want it. Keep dimming, clips, and then it dims up to the highest setting. And then it flashes, and that's your highest setting. Super bright. It does light up this camper just fine. And then if you clip it again and hit it, you can see both sides are on. You clip it, that side goes out, clip it again, shuts off. Awesome. I didn't want something that was going to take batteries. I didn't want a fuel, lantern that took kerosene or white fuel or any of that. I just didn't feel comfortable with anything that took fuel inside of a camper. And then the ones that take like the 9-volt batteries and 4 to 6 C or D size batteries, I said fuck that. Those batteries will last a couple of hours, and then you have to buy $20-$30 worth of batteries all the time. This bitch you just recharge for $40. You can't go wrong, people. Bushnell, Walmart, go in their aisle where they have all the lanterns and flashlights and look for it. If not, go on walmart.com, check them out. They are not sponsoring me whatsoever, so I care less. You could probably get this at Cabela's or anywhere that you shop, Bass Pro Shops, Dick's Sporting Goods, anywhere that sells flashlights and lanterns, sporting, camping, basically camping gear, should have them. So look around in your local stores, get yourself one. I have a clock over here that I actually found a while back. Some college girl was moving out, she threw it away. It actually has 2 USB ports. It is not a fancy touch screen or anything, but alarm clock tells you the date, temperature of what's indoors, and your humidity percentage. And there's your 2 USB ports. And you can, if you put 2 AA's in there, you can still plug in and run off of those 2 AA's. You constantly would have to keep adding the AA's to get a device fully charged, but in an emergency, power goes out, your phone's real low, you need to make an emergency call to a friend, a neighbor, or a 911. Bam! I don't even know the name. I don't know if we can pick this up, but it says Lacrosse Technology, LA, then it's CROSSE Technology. You guys could probably check them out. Maybe find one on Amazon. The model number is going to be C86224. Again, the model number is C86224. So, and it was designed in La Crosse, Wisconsin. So, for something designed from Wisconsin, and it was free, with the cord, so I can plug that in and operate it and charge. I can charge 2 devices from that. I do have a plug here with the cord going to my Bluetooth speaker to keep that charged, and then my cell phone cord. If this broke or something, I do have another one, but just saying, I could plug 2 things in that. I do take my lantern, and then again, the USB cord's right here on the side. It just pops out, comes out like so, and then I just plug it into that clock, let it charge during the days. I should have it plugged in now to get another full charge on it, but I haven't done it yet. But, oh, and my manly lazy chair. So, I'm going to sit here, smoke a cigarette, probably crack a cold twisted tea, edit this video, and get it uploaded for y'all. And of course, the wind hasn't really been as strong as it was today. I wanted to show you how much that wind affects a camper wall and causes it to fluctuate in and out. It might just happen. Just yet. We'll see. That wind just picked up, but I doubt it's going to happen. But anyways, this is the T-Rex duct tape. as you can see, it's still quite a bit on this roll. It's very smooth. It's that gray color. It's not black like Gorilla Tape. So if you had to write on it, you could write on it. Again, it's made in the USA. It's T-Rex Fiercely Strong Tape. Like the packaging that was in on the wrapper that was on this. It's easy to peel off, which is a plus, and yes, it is. It's a lot easier to peel off than and tear than Gorilla Tape. I'm not dissing Gorilla Tape. I love Gorilla Tape, but this T-Rex is my new best friend for duct tape. It's super sticky. Once it sticks to something, forget it. It's stuck. You ain't unpeeling it. So when you're going to use this to tape something together or tape something to something, you better hope that that's where you want that piece of tape, because you ain't peeling it back off. It's not, if you stick it crooked to a piece of plastic, or it sticks itself, like the wind blows it and it sticks to a piece of plastic, you can't just peel it back off and bam, it ain't happening. I stuck piece coming down right here from that plastic to the fiberglass door, and it was all bubbled and crooked. I was able to rip it back, pull it tight, and re-stick. Duct tape, I wouldn't been able to do that. With Gorilla Tape, I sure the hell wasn't going to be able to do it, but it would not come loose from the piece of plastic. But it did come off when you pull it off from the fiberglass door. There is some things, once it sticks to, it ain't coming off. Other things you can, like when it comes time to take this off, I'm sure it will give me problems, but it will come off. One way or the other, it's coming off. I'm not leaving it on all summer long, that's for sure. So, but for the winter, hell to the yes. I'm going to actually get that window over there covered. That window there covered with plastic. I'm going to leave this one be, because this one really is not drafty whatsoever. This has actually got a good seal on that one. I'm going to plastic over that one, and plastic over that, and then I'm plasticking over the front window here, because that is drafty, and that plexiglass one that I put in. Everyone's told me I should take those two panels out and plexiglass that so it matches, so it don't look like shit, but it is what it is for now until I get another piece of free plexiglass and can cut it correctly and get it in there to fit a good tight fit, and then some trim pieces. You can see how windy it is. By God. And that's just the wind blowing around that window. That's how drafty that is. This whole reflectix is just moving. I don't know if y'all can see it, but that is moving. And then of course I gotta stuff some insulation, piece of insulation on this side, and then a piece on this side, put the screen back in, and then I'm going to cover over this with a piece of plastic. The damn hatch is crooked. It was like that when I got this camper. It does not leak, but it is drafty. I can feel the cool air blowing in on my face and my head right now. But that's what it is, folks. And again, this video's taking really too long. And I got bored last night, and I started doing the bug out bugalow. Anyways, hope you guys keep it real. Go live your dream. And if you dream, dream big, because dreams do come true. It's been a dream of mine to have a camper, to live on my own, sorry for the shakiness, for self-reliance, you know, just kind of live on my own, live away from people, you know, out of the city for sure. I hate the city, and be in the country, you know, and then next year I can plan on maybe growing some vegetables and have my own garden. so that I can grow you all the way up until the end of fall. And can a lot of the stuff, can cucumbers to make pickles, and you know, stick them in a tote, put them under the camper. As long as they stay cold, shit will stay good. So, do it how they used to do it back in the day. My grandmother used to just can everything, put it down in the basement. Shit stayed good for over 20-something years. Why can't we do that shit today? Right? Right. At least you know what the hell you're putting in it. You make your own canned vegetables. Can everything. Make your own jellies and jams. Whatever it is that you like, go out and do it. Have a good time doing it. Enjoy what you love. Anyways, I gotta go. This video is really long and I gotta wire it. I love y'all. Be safe. And just remember, when you dream big.